During the More to Move You sales event at Team Mazda, you can get 0% financing for 72 months on a new Mazda CX-50 or get $2,000 customer cash on a new Mazda CX-5. You choose your vehicle and the savings are yours at Baton Rouge's Mazda dealer, Team Mazda.
Something for us to Google. Experience.
Hey!
Oh no, Elfie.
What? Where is she?
Oh, look at this.
Where
She
is
up on the
she?
rafters?
Look, how did she get the ladder out all the way and make it up top by a camera?
Magic.
Mischievous. She wanted to unplug some of the cameras and teleprompters, maybe.
I wish she would. We could have slept in.
That would have been nice. Yeah, that would have been nice. Yeah. That would have been nice.
Welcome to it, everybody.
I have a coffee mug that I got this weekend in Beaumont, Texas from a dear friend. Her name is Miss Edith. Miss Edith comes into the house and she goes, stays about 3 nights a week and things like that, helps out around the house.
Yeah.
Super precious lady, gets up every morning at 4:30 and goes and runs 5 miles.
Oh my gosh.
Every single morning, 5 days a week. I asked her yesterday, or Saturday, I said, you gonna go run today? No, it's Saturday, my day off. Sweet little Hispanic
Is that Jay?
lady.
Jay for Johnny?
Jay for Johnny.
Just a sweet lady.
Do you think she's
Hispanic, so this is Jay for Johnny or Juanito or Juan.
Juani?
Juani?
Juanito.
I like that.
Thank you very much, Miss Edith. I appreciate that, and I'm using it this morning.
Miss
There you go.
Edith, do you think
big
she's out
cup.
there running today?
Yeah,
I
she's not
imagine
watching.
the
She's at-
temperatures.
She'll bundle up and run today.
Oh,
No
and the
question.
rain.
She's dedicated. Look at
And all,
Cindy.
I know.
What you got over there, ET?
I got a blankie.
Yeah.
It's
And it's
cold.
double layered too, so she's got
Oh
a
yeah,
wrapper
I've got,
on one.
I've got
so
oh look, we
Yes,
got
she
a
is.
shot. Look at my
Yes.
sunshines.
that's bringing us
If
joy.
only. Actually, the
Yes.
sun is coming
Yeah,
out today.
we
So,
have-
but here's the thing: it's not going to warm up like crazy. It's bring the coat. You're still going to need it later today.
Yeah.
We may not hit 50.
I know. I mean, we're gonna get the sunshine today, so
Yeah.
it'll feel. It's like one of those days when it's cold and you go stand outside,
Yeah.
and you just stand there and it just
Bake
feels
under the
good.
sun.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's gonna be chilly, but you know we're not gonna have those winds that we had yesterday.
Oh,
Those were
yeah.
brutal. The
They
winds.
were
Really
knocked
was.
over some of my plants.
Yeah,
See?
the winds
Remaining.
make it brutal, and so because it's so cold, we have a light breeze, okay?
Yeah.
But the light breeze makes all
It's
the difference,
already,
Yes.
right? Yeah. In the summer, we're dealing with the heat index. Winter, different story. I
chill.
tell people this all the time. I take heat and humidity and feels like 105
Right.
over
Over
this
this.
because this, when we step outside, it hurts.
Oh yeah.
It'll cut you.
When the wind hits you, it's
It'll
like,
cut
ooh.
you.
And there's no getting used to that either.
No.
So, can you take us through the rest of the day and then tomorrow, the rest of the week? Can you do that?
Yeah, I can. It's just going to be really cold
There we
prepare.
go.
But also, we've got another temperature whiplash
Yeah, I know,
coming
here
our
we
way.
come.
I know this weekend was quite brutal, but we got it again. So here's a live look outside on our Sky 9 camera. It looks really pretty out there. We have a really pretty sunrise this morning. Clear skies and sunshine is what we're going to get. But yeah, it's cold across South Louisiana. Temperatures are mainly into the upper 20s. 26 along I-10 from Baton Rouge, Hammond 25 and Slidell, now down to 24 up in Macomb. Upper 20s are now well south of the interstates now. So very cold to start off. And with the wind, yeah, it's light, but it's making a difference in some places. Look off towards the south and west, Lake Charles, Lafayette, feeling like the teens. It feels like the teens up in Macomb as well, and Slidell. Now, we're the places where we still feel like our actual temperature, that's because the wind is a bit calmer. But because of those wind chill values, we are underneath what's called a cold weather advisory. This remains until 9 a.m. this morning when we start to get those temperatures up and the breeze dies down. But regardless, we talked about it, sunshine and clear skies, but it's still going to be quite cold. I mean, by lunchtime, still into the low 40s, so you're going to need the jackets. I think afternoon highs climbing into the upper 40s. Maybe we touch some low 50s, but once the sun sets, it's going to be quite cold once again. So we're talking about another freeze overnight tonight. It's going to be a light freeze, mainly low 30s. And then some places into the upper 20s once again overnight tonight. But that's mainly near the state line into southern Mississippi. Places like New Roads, Bogalusa could get those upper 20s once again tonight. So look at the water vapor. You see this northwesterly flow. That's what's pulling in that Arctic air, making it feel like winter today and overnight tonight. But you see that big U-shape, upside down U-shape? That's headed eastward. What that's going to do is high pressure in the upper levels, well, warms us up. And look how quickly we warm up. By tomorrow afternoon, back to the low 60s, upper 60s by Wednesday. Yeah, upper 70s on Thursday. We'll get another cold front through, but that only cools things off briefly by Friday because the weekend we return back to the 70s. So yeah, up and down temperatures this week for sure. Very chilly today into overnight tomorrow, so we're starting off freezing once again. I do have a slim rain chance beginning on Wednesday into Thursday. That's along with that second cold front that we'll get through, briefly bringing back the chill and then feeling like spring once we get into the weekend. All right, 7:07. Johnny, how are we doing on the roads?
Still pretty good, Sid. We're not seeing anything related to freezing conditions, icing conditions, nothing like that at all. Our morning drive is a little late to start, and I'm thinking maybe covers and blankets and hitting snooze one more time. It's a great morning to do that. It's cold. So here's our slowest traffic coming out of Denham is right there over the Range overpass as you get up on the interstate. By the time you get past the Amy River Bridge until you hit Millerville, it looks really good on I-12. Here's a live look right near the interstate on I-10. Essen Lane getting a little busy, and that creates a little bit of a backup on the Essen Lane off-ramp and on the eastbound side. So let's populate some drive time. 16 minutes coming in from Gonzales, only 15 from Juban to the 1012, and another 4 or 5 minutes to the downtown area beyond that. Here's the WAFB Gordon McKernan first alert traffic camera on his building right there at City Place. Traffic starting to see a little more joining the morning drive there on 10. Slows down a little around Acadian Thruway and the City Park Lakes area, and then you're fine into the downtown area. Bridge traffic on 10 and US 190 fine this morning. All right, you're watching WAFB 9 News now on the fastest growing stream network, our WAFB platform. Surf around, you'll see what I mean. 7:08, we'll be right back.
At 7:10, the headline this morning, of course, if you're waking up in South Louisiana, it's going to be the temperature that Sid was just talking about. So the cold weather, you know, the things you got to do to prep the home, the prep, that kind of thing. Hopefully you took care of some of that.
Weatherizing your home is what some experts are calling it. So not only are we expecting freezing temperatures today, we're trying to dig on out from there, but we are facing another night where temperatures will be below freezing. So you see some of the things on your screen, right? Sydney and the First Alert Weather Team mentioned the 4 Ps, the pipes, the plants, the pets, and the people, making sure that everyone is protected. So if you haven't done so already, you still have a little bit of a window to wrap those pipes with tubes, as we've talked about, those pool noodles, or perhaps with cloths, and then those covers that you'll find at hardware stores. And please bring those outdoor pets inside to keep them warm over the next couple of nights.
Hey, while you're doing that, do this as well. Check the smoke alarm. Perfect time for this because obviously a lot of folks may be starting up the fires, working with the space heaters, that kind of thing. If something goes sideways, this could save your life.
You know, there's a button on your smoke detector that says test. As long as you hit that one time, make sure it is working before we enter that another night of cold temperatures. Fire Marshal's office says among the 60 house fires there were this year, only 2 of those homes had working smoke alarms. So please use this as an opportunity to test them.
That'll tell you something, right?
Please.
Okay, so what if you don't have a home, apartment, house, that kind of thing? Warming shelters in place. You've got St. Vincent de Paul, the Salvation Army, opening up their warming shelters. They have the ability, Liz, to expand their beds, if you will, as the need shows up.
And this is, of course, first come, first served basis. So you see that on the screen there. Local authorities are going to make sure that they're checking in to find out what those needs will be, perhaps tonight into tomorrow. MOSAP is keeping an eye on that as well. You know, St. Vincent de Paul, they also have something called the community pharmacy for people who are not able to get their medication, their prescription medication through conventional means. This is where St. Vincent de Paul steps in. They partner with local agencies, local healthcare groups, even social nonprofits and pharmaceutical companies to make sure these needs are being met. They've been doing this, Matt, since 1995.
Exactly. They've been doing this for a while. They continue to do it. If you'd like to read a little bit more about this, Matt Medizi's got the story waiting for you right there on online, and of course the 9 News app. Want to make sure that you are ready to go with those shipping deadlines, folks. They are like today we got deadlines, the rest of the week obviously we got deadlines, whether you're postal service or UPS or FedEx or whatever, make sure you know the deadlines. You want to make sure that stuff gets to where it needs to be before the time arrives.
Cheapest options are going to be this week. As you get further into the week, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost us, to get that new Mississippi River Bridge today. DOTD and the consulting company Atlas, they're expected to share reports with legislators to talk about some of the project updates, the task and timelines. Remember, they had those community meetings last week. They're discussing the 3 remaining potential locations for that site. The idea is to come together, take this data, and to potentially plan more of those public hearings for early 2026.
Speaking of community, if you are a fan of the North Sherwood Forest Community Park Rec Center, it's going to be closed this week, actually today through Friday. They are updating the electrical system there. The park itself, obviously you can still go walk around, but the rec center itself, that's going to be shut down. If you're taking classes there, visit the website breck.org/NSF to find out where those classes are being redirected to. So that's going on the rest of the week. Liz, something going on tomorrow we want to make sure that people know about. The ability to say goodbye to a former fire chief.
You know this face. He was the former St. George fire chief, Chucky Albert, died last Friday after a long battle with cancer. Well, this week, he's going to officially be laid to rest. If you'd like to weigh in on some of these opportunities, you can find an opportunity tomorrow as his visitation will take place. That's happening from 9 a.m. to noon at the St. John the Baptist Catholic Church in Zachary. His funeral will follow, and then there will be a graveside service at the Redwood Baptist Church Cemetery in Slaughter. We have all of that posted for you on the 9 News app, so you can share that as well.
All right, to our nation's capital real quick to see if we can't figure out this week the vote on maybe a health care bill. A couple of bills failed in the Senate. What will the House be able to do this week before they, recess, close up business, close up shop, so to speak, for the year? Because look, those credits set to expire December 31st. A lot of folks are going to be soon paying a lot more for their health care.
Oh, so much going on in our world as we start closing out this year. But this week alone, we're tracking a lot in the world of temperatures. We're on the first stop of that roller coaster ride, Sydney, and it doesn't stop here.
No, it really doesn't. We're going up and then down again and then right back up. It's, Matt got whiplash this weekend.
I did.
We didn't pay for this ride.
It hurts a little bit.
Careful.
Your neck okay?
No, there's a popping sound.
Oh, you'll need to wear a brace while getting around now, Matt.
Toyotathon has arrived at Team Toyota. Don't miss your opportunity to get our lowest prices of the year with our lowest payments of the year during our biggest sale of the year. Save thousands on every new Toyota right now during Toyotathon at Team Toyota, I-12 at O'Neill.